Hi, everybody.
Hello, 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 hello. Uh-oh. We just lost the host.
Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's discussion. Sorry for the lateness. So, we are still trying to figure out this technology thing.
Yeah.
I was trying to use my computer at first to do the live, but I wasn't finding the option to add Dr. Augustina to it. I just struggling with it, I guess. So, since we've wasted a lot of time, we'll just dive right into the questions and ask
Yeah.
questions. Right. So, am I going to be going the
Yeah.
cultural differences, how we are raising our kids and inculcating our various cultures and all of that? So, to the internet as usual to look for 10 questions to ask, and these 10 questions are packed. So,
Yeah.
yeah, here we go. So, the first question is, how do you openly discuss and navigate potential cultural differences in your daily lives, change to family dynamics? This question is like a
Yeah.
lot.
It's a lot in it's a lot.
So let's just stick with, how do you openly discuss and navigate cultural differences in your daily life? So, Doctor, how do you discuss questions about things about your culture with your spouse as it
Okay.
pertains to daily life?
Yeah. So as the question said that as the question says cultural differences. So first of all, you need to understand that you both are coming from different backgrounds and you both were raised differently. Okay.
Mhm.
That is the one thing you need to understand in interracial marriage. And even in even if you marry in your own race, you need to understand that you were raised differently.
Exactly.
And in interracial marriage, it's difficult in that aspect. It's more difficult when it comes to that aspect because there are a lot of differences that
Mhm.
you need to learn. So how do you discuss that? You need to learn how to communicate with your partner. This is
Mm,
how communication becomes a big part in your relationship.
mm,
You always need to find a way to talk to your partner about issues. It shouldn't be about it shouldn't be a way of you attacking the situation. Okay, I won't say attacking your partner, but it shouldn't attack the situation. If your partner does something that you don't like, you should understand that you were raised differently. And so you need to find a way to talk to your partner about what you like and what you do not like. Before you get into the marriage, you guys need to come to an understanding about the cultural differences and about what both of you like and what you do not like.
mm.
That is one thing that most of us do not do. And sometimes it hurts us uh at some point. Okay.
Yeah.
So when we start dating, it's all about the love. We
I know,
forget the
right?
basic things. We forget the basic things that we are supposed to look at if we
Mm,
want to, if we are planning on getting married. We forget that we are supposed to sit down and discuss these basic things. So first, you need to understand each other's culture. Talk to your partner about your culture, okay? The basic things pertaining marriage, okay? And then your personality, okay? Marriage and then your personality, okay? Who you are, what you like, and what you don't like. And then listen to your partner also talk about his or hers, okay? And then you can take it from there. And during the marriage, if something comes up, as I said, we are humans, the person, maybe the person got married at the age of 30, the person got that married at the age of 26, 27. The person has been living their own life like for like 25 years, 27 years, 30 years before meeting you, and so they are used to a certain lifestyle, okay? And so
Yeah.
you coming together, it's very difficult to change them, okay? But this is where you guys need to understand each other. Sometimes you will get pissed.
You're right.
Sometimes your partner will do something that you will get pissed. Okay. Sometimes you will also do something that your partner will get pissed. But as
Mm-hmm.
I said, you don't need to attack your partner. You need to attack the situation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And your partner too, when you come up talking about the situation, the partner should also understand, okay? Sometimes when you say something and you keep on repeating it too, it's also frustrating, okay? And if you don't take care to
Like you, my husband has with me. It's like I've said this thing several times. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember.
and if you don't take care, that is when you are going to attack the personality and not the situation, you know so it's really dicey when it comes to this. But and as I said, with interracial relationship, it's harder.
Okay.
It's harder. So that is what I would say.
You said so much, and thank you for all the nuggets. So I've learned a lot right now talking to you. There's Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Ellen says we are listening to. Welcome to the live. Sorry for all the delay and all the discrepancies. I'm still trying to figure out my live situation, but we are talking about navigating interracial marriage, and Doctor just shared. The first question was, how do you openly discuss and navigate the cultural differences in daily lives? And she said a lot. So I feel like I don't even have to add anything to it because
You
he
know,
he
you need
shared
to add.
he has shared so much. So what you said about communication is a very important thing. Like we speak different. Like even though I speak English, we I speak other languages too, and expressing yourself in English may not be the same way as expressing
Yeah.
yourself in
Mhm.
your own language. So that
Yeah.
can also be very difficult when you're trying to let your feelings out about certain situations. I used to give my husband silent treatment when I'm upset. And
Exactly.
he hated that.
Yeah.
He hates it. It's like, no, tell me what I've done so we can figure it out. Every time I'm like, I'm not talking. Whether it's interracial or it's regular relationship, you need to talk. You need to let them know what the issue is so that you
Yeah.
can resolve it. But I can be stubborn. Like, nah, I don't want to say anything that I would regret. So I'm not even going to say anything at all. Like,
Yeah.
you need to tell me how you're feeling. You need to tell me what's going on so we can discuss it. So that is a good one. Communication and understanding your partner is
Mhm.
really good. Like right now, in the beginning of a lot of relationship, there's a lot of banter and a lot of knocking heads. And the statement you made about attack the situation and not the person is
Yeah.
very important and is very key. So thank you for those nuggets. We'll go to the next question because you said a lot and you said a lot of things. I don't have to add on to it. All right. So the next question. I think next time I have to reframe these questions instead of just using because they ask very compact, like it's full, a lot of
Yeah.
one, one question. So the second question said, have you established strategies to address racism or microaggressions you might encounter together, both from strangers and within your social circles? So personally, I haven't experienced racism, or I don't know, maybe I have, but I haven't paid attention to it because I'll say I don't pay attention to things. So even if someone did it, I will not recognize it until somebody else points it out that, oh, this thing that that person did, do you know this is how, this is what it means? But, and my husband and I together have also not experienced racism. I don't know, but I haven't had anybody react to me in that kind of way. So I don't really know what I'll say about this situation. But if it should happen, I like to stick up for myself. I don't like bullies. Ever since I was a kid, I'm always fighting bullies in school. And it's not media, even if it's not media bullying and I see someone bullying another person, I'll stick up for the person. That's who I am. I used to fight all the time because I'm always fighting people's battles and people's fight because I'm seeing someone mistreating them and I don't like it. So I'll fight the person. So when it comes to that, I'm not gonna sit back or I'm not gonna just stand there and do nothing. I will fight the person or I'll confront the person that, okay, can't be treating us like this or you can't be doing this because we are not going to stand for it. And I guess that's my take on this because I haven't really experienced it. I don't have the knowledge on what exactly I'm going to do if I face a situation like that. If you've experienced something like that, you can share with us, Doc.
Yeah. So we haven't necessarily really strategized on how we are going to deal with it, but we have already dealt with some.
Oh,
We've dealt with some in our own way. Yeah.
I'm so I'm so
We've
sorry
dealt
to
with
hear.
some in our own way, going in the supermarkets, like in the stores, with some people. So, but then, for example, we dealt with one in the supermarket where I was going out with the things that I bought. The person at the gate was insinuating that I stole something, and then so the moment um, at that time my husband was far behind me, and so but the moment my husband came to join, the person's attitude towards me changed, you know.
Uh,
So then my husband was really mad, and then my husband had to report the person to the
wiser.
managers. My husband made sure he followed up to the top, made sure like corporate, made sure the
Wow.
person
I
yeah.
love you.
Yeah. So
Supportive husband. Wow.
that is one of the things that he did, and apart from that, we've dealt with some with people closer to us, and he has dealt with it in his own way.
Wow.
He will rather not have anything to do with you rather than you coming at me. Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah.
I'm so
So
sorry to hear that. I'm really wow. I
yeah.
wouldn't. I will fight, but no, no violence.
Yeah, so yeah, we've dealt with ours in our own way, and like yeah, you've seen that recently we've started recording videos, and so we are even planning on recording one video about this particular issue, how we've dealt with racism. So yeah,
I
yeah,
am so sorry to hear that.
yeah, we've dealt with it in our own way, and for me personally, I've dealt with it very well, like. It's been hard. Racism for me, dealing with racism. I've been traumatized. So with racist. So yeah, it's been very hard for me here um in the United States with people like that personally. So yeah.
Is it because of the state where you are, or do you think it's because of where you live? Because Michigan, well, where I live, I haven't experienced that at all.
I don't really know. I don't really know because I've dealt with racist almost everywhere I found myself, as I said, in the supermarket and then at work. So Yeah, it's
I
it's
am.
just not it's not just the one place, you know. So I can't say it's the states that I found myself, because in those same states I found good people that I've like, yeah. So yeah.
Wow, that made me sad, but hopefully things
It's
get
okay.
better.
It's part of life, you know.
I'm grateful that your husband sticks up for you and even tries to tell people, okay, if you're gonna come attending, it's the two of us or the two of us against you, so don't come for my wife. So I'm really
Exactly.
your husband really sticks up for you, the
Yeah.
people who come at you. And the supermarket situation, he really did well. Going all the way to corporate, that shows
Yeah.
the kind of
You did
people
that.
he is. So,
Yeah.
say
At some point I was like, just leave it alone.
nah, I agree with him on going all the way there, so they know that they work like they have to. How do you call it? Retrain their staff, not
Yeah.
be pressurized or biased against other people because of their race. So it's good he followed up on that.
Yeah.
Wow. Go to the next question. How do you approach conversations with family members who may have reservations about your interracial marriage? How do you set boundaries with them? Fortunately for me, all my in-laws love me. Them. From the very moment they met me, they just fell in love with me, and I've never had any issues whatsoever. So I'm grateful for the family I found because my
Mm-hmm.
husband's family, they are just amazing. I just love them.
Yeah.
Everybody treated me so well. What about you?
We've had very good family members. Yeah, we've like I would say most of them have been welcoming. The few that have not been welcoming, we just my husband just cut them off. So that is it. So I don't have to deal with them. Yeah. So
I really love that he sticks up for you like that. That's nice. We love a supportive husband. We love a supportive. It's really nice. Okay, so the next question: do you actively educate yourselves about each other's racial backgrounds, including historical experiences and cultural nuances? So I think at the beginning of the relationship, we are learning about each other. So at that time, I got to teach him a lot of things about Ghana. I even told him we still have slave castles in Ghana, even though they are now like tourist attraction sites. Like slavery, really for some time, he didn't really believe it was that bad. I'm like, see, the castles exist. It's not hype. I showed him the castles. I'm like, slavery really exists. It happened.
but have
And
you guys visited the place?
not yet, but
Oh,
hopefully
okay.
yeah, but
Yeah.
when we
I think you
I'm
guys
going
should try and
to
visit
oh
those
yes,
places. Yeah.
I'm going to make sure he goes there to see. But now he knows that it really happens. Because before, I guess he thought they were making it up or something. I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
it's like this.
The thing is, we are losing the history. Even here in the US, it's not in. They don't teach those history in schools anymore. So
Yeah, here they don't teach it in school, but in Ghana they do. They teach it. We do it in social studies. We learn
yeah.
about it from primary all the way to high school, senior high school. So we
Hmm.
but a lot of people here, some of them don't really
Yeah.
go there. I don't know, but maybe through movies, some people get to know about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, we do teach each other about our culture. Like in our culture, there's this saying that your parents take care of you for you to get your teeth, and then you also have to take care of them for them to lose their teeth. kind of
Mhm.
situation. The culture where the kid is responsible for taking care of their
Okay.
when they are older. Here, it's not kind of the same. It's different, but then still, we are learning about each other's culture
Culture.
and how we
Yeah.
adapt with each other.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
in America, it looks like it's more of an individualistic kind of lifestyle. Me, my wife, and my kids, kind of. But in our culture, it's me, my wife, my kids, and then my extended family. So,
Exactly.
so I've been talking to him about those things too. So yeah, we've been learning about the various different differences in our cultures. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, from my side too, I try my best to teach him my culture. Yeah. The differences. I also try my best to learn the American culture a lot. I do. I have to because I live here. I have to, but then I also try my best to teach him my culture. And then, yeah, for example, I try to teach him my language. And if you've seen one of our videos, that
Nice.
he's
It's
he has
nice.
started he has started picking up on some of the languages, like saying "erade," which means God.
I saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
So yeah, I try to teach him some of my language. Yeah. So yeah, and he enjoys our food. Yeah, so I'm really hoping we visit home very soon, and then he gets to visit the tourist areas too. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to visiting home. Yeah. So
Yeah. So my husband has also taught me a lot of, like, he has exposed me to a lot of things. Like, um we go camping, and in
yeah.
we go camping. It's not like how it is over here. And I actually love the camping experience, like cooking on the open flame. It reminds me of home, like growing up with my grandma, us cooking on the tripod with the sticks and stuff. Like, it gives me that kind of feeling. So I really enjoy going camping with my husband. And also, I didn't used to eat a lot of American food. I think when I came, it was usually pizza that I would eat. But then being with him now, I'm exposed to a lot of the American dishes, and I have eaten a lot of American foods thanks to him. So yeah, I have learned a lot also from him. All right.
I'm so sorry, trying to get my husband to share the life for us. So
Oh.
yeah.
So the next question is, how do you handle situations where one partner feels uncomfortable or excluded due to their race in social settings? And how do you support each other in those moments? So
Mhm.
I'm going to start with first. So with ours, whenever we go for family functions, I'm the only black
Like,
person there, but I don't feel left out because they are my family. It's funny, like I'm able to gel so
blending.
well. I don't even think about, oh, I feel left out or I'm not included. I'm always included. When we
Mm-hmm.
go for Ghanaian events, he's always usually always the only the only white person there. And my husband is kind of an introvert, so it takes a lot for him to really open up. But then when there's a conversation that he likes, he's
Mm-hmm.
going to really get into it, and then he'll talk about it, and then he gets to open up. And if it's an event where some of my friends are there, he already knows some of my friends, and they have like a banter going on, so they'll be having those kind of conversations. But he's usually an introvert, and when we go for functions, I don't know, he doesn't really interact like that because generally that's how he doesn't really interact. He's shy. Let me put it that way. So I have to like nudge him, like, oh, this person said this, and then maybe they'll talk about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really like talking in public or with people like that. So with him, kind of feels out of place sometimes. And me, everywhere I go, I fit in. So, yeah,
Between my husband and I, like, I don't know how to put it, but when we are with family, I try to open up. When we are with friends, like people that he knows a lot, like most of his friends, I like most people will see me as an extrovert, but my husband would tell you, no, I'm an introvert. Like
so you're an
I,
introvert. In certain
yeah,
situations, you're an
yeah,
extrovert.
like
In situations, I
yeah.
see.
So most of the times I'll be quiet, try to like it's difficult for me to come out, out of my shell and then interact with people and all those things. But my husband, when we are at an African function, he's okay. He
Oh,
he
that's
blends, he blends in well. So yeah. So yeah, that is us. He blends in very well. Yeah.
that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. So the next question is: have you discussed how you will raise children together, including decisions about cultural exposure, racial identity, and navigating potential questions about their heritage? You want you want me to go first?
I can go first. We haven't necessarily discussed it, but we do it. We just do it.
Hi, girl.
I'm sorry for the
Okay.
noise. That is
Yeah,
my baby.
my
My
mother is
baby.
really over there, but it's her bedtime, so I'm not even.
That's my
I
baby
can't help
talking in
you.
the background. So
Hmm.
yeah, so we haven't necessarily discussed it, but we are just intentionally doing it. We incorporate it in our daily lives. We eat Ghanaian food. I speak my language to my son.
Hmm.
My husband tries to learn my language. Okay. I've written books in my language. My husband tries to kind of finds a way to do short videos with those books.
Okay.
So we are kind of intentionally doing it. We haven't necessarily sat down to plan. Okay. But we know that we want our children to know both cultures.
Oh,
Okay. Learn both cultures. So that is us. Yeah. So
so that's nice. That's really nice. So with ours too, is kind of the same. I try to speak to her in my native language. She loves our native food. She eats American food. I would say it's balanced.
mhm,
Dad speaks to her, dad plays with her, dad teaches her about American stuff, even though it might not like she's still a toddler, but then she picks up on things.
mhm,
And then my mom, I make sure my siblings and my mom, like we do video calls, she
mhm,
interacts with family and stuff like that. So I would say it's very balanced when it comes to teaching her about the culture. Because
mhm.
when she sees something, the funny thing, one time I'm like, I'll let her be afraid of my culture because anytime I use it is when she's doing something she's not supposed to do. I'm like, hey, Maya. Hey, JT. So my mom was like, you need to stop doing that because then anytime you speak your language, you think you're about to, you are more
Yeah.
comfortable with that language. So that's what you use to kind of, I don't know, but I'm like, hey.
Reprimand them.
And then my husband says, it will get to a point you will say hey, and she won't even be afraid that what she's doing she's not supposed to do.
I think my son has gone into that point.
Oh,
Yeah.
like now you need to use a different approach because saying hey doesn't scare her. It's like she'll laugh at
Exactly.
scare her at all. She's doing when she's doing something and I get up, then she stops. Like if she's opening a cupboard, don't do it. And then she does it and I get up, she just closes it and then she puts her hands behind her back. Like she just wasn't trying to get in there. So it's balanced. Both dad and I try to teach her our culture. Oh, there's another person in the comments. Kosuki Fire. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the live.
That's my husband.
Oh, hi. Hi. We are hearing a lot of amazing things about you. Thanks for joining the live. Okay, so the next question. Will you openly communicate about your wait? I think we've already done this one. Individual experiences with race and racism, and how does this impact your relationship dynamic? I feel like it's similar to the
Yeah.
very the first question, so I'll just
Mm.
skip. How do you balance celebrating your individual cultural heritage with building a shared family identity that incorporates elements from both background. I'll say our dress, like if I make clothes, I make clothes for all of us, and that's part of our cultural identity. Of the language, we spoke about the language. Me trying to teach my kid the language is part of it, and dad also trying to teach her like American things, also part of it. So I think there's a balance. I think for us, there's like a real good balance there.
Yeah, same here. Trying to teach the language to both of them, and then also as you said, traditional where if I'm able to make it, we all make it together. And then also like if it's Independence Day, we've not really celebrated Ghanaian Independence Day. We'll try and celebrate it one of these days, but we've celebrated we always celebrate 4th of July, you know. I think we have to try and then celebrate the Ghanaian Independence Day one of these days, maybe this year. So that at least we know
Think
that, yeah. So
I
we'll
don't think
try and
that too. We
yeah,
do 4th of July and Labor Day and all the other American stuff,
yeah,
but
we do all the those ones. But we've not celebrated the Ghanaian Independence Day, so we'll try and then celebrate it this year. So yeah, that's one thing that we've not done. But apart from that, we do everything. Yeah.
that's nice.
So
That's nice. Okay, so the next question is: have you considered seeking professional guidance from a therapist or counselor specializing in interracial relationships to address potential challenges? I don't, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't need
I
them.
haven't thought of that
We don't have
one.
to. We don't have to
Whoa,
just.
I didn't even know that we have that.
Mm-mm.
Therapist for interracial marriage. Wow. Okay.
The two of you are the ones living in the marriage, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't. I haven't thought of
Mm.
that.
No,
I
no. Me too.
Okay, let's go to the last question. Yay, we finally made it to the last question. So, how do you actively work to combat stereotypes and promote understanding about interracial relationship within your social circles? Funny enough, we don't really have a big social circle. It's just family.
Yeah.
It's mostly family.
Yeah.
So we haven't faced that relationship. I haven't faced any stereotypes that I have to like confront or deal with. Maybe when I get there, I'll figure it out. But I don't know how I'm going to react if it happens to me. That's my honest opinion. I don't really know how I will react if I get stereotyped, or I don't know how I'm going to express myself about it. I don't know. Maybe when the time comes.
Yeah. For us, we don't really have a particular plan. We just deal with it as it comes. Yeah. We just deal with it as it comes. Yeah. So
This has been an interesting discussion. Next
yeah.
time, I'm going to do a better job of being specific with the questions, because this one is very like you're writing an essay kind of question. So, once again, this is Dr. Augustina Osabote, and my name is Marian, and this is my channel. Please go over to her channel, subscribe. They have a lot of interesting videos. She's an author, she's a doctor, like she's everything. She's a content creator. She she has a lot of business ventures and she has a lot of great ideas. So if you want to start online like businesses and stuff, she's the right person you can reach out to. You can learn so much from her. She has published books that are on Amazon. She has an Etsy store. She sells clothes. She's a woman of all trades. She's a woman of all trades, so you better head on to her channel and learn about it. So Ellen says, I guess getting someone to know the Black American background more can be used for the therapy when it's needed. Oh,
Okay.
okay. You want to visit her? Go and visit her. So Ellen is a personal friend of mine, and she's really amazing. Her family
Oh,
is good.
okay.
I love her family. Her sister is amazing. Like all of them. I feel like my favorite word is amazing, but they are amazing.
Nice to meet you, Ellen. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you, Ellen, for joining the live. Please comment in there. What questions or would you like us to talk about?
Yeah,
What you
topics.
have
Yeah.
in mind that you like us to talk about? And please, I'd like you to join the live one of these days if you want to. Ellen is
Yeah.
shy. Hopefully, she will agree to join, and then we can have more people and have like a well. They say the fewer is it the fewer the merrier or the more the merrier?
I think the more the merrier. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the more the merrier. So the more people, the merrier. Who knows?
English. English. My husband, sometimes he will correct me on something, and I'm like, hey, leave me alone. English is not my mother tongue. Leave me alone.
My husband too. He'll be like, I'll say the word like I'm saying bathing, and I'll say I'm going to bath, and he's like, what is that? I'm going to bath. No, no, that's and you say I'm going to bath. So yeah, sometimes we make fun of each other. I'll say something and he my husband is really good with dialect too. Like when I say something, he gets it, he repeats the same thing, even though he doesn't understand it, he repeats. I'm like, wow, that's really good. So yeah, but he's not actively trying to learn the language, but he gets it. When I
Sir,
say
you have to actively learn. You and my husband have to actively learn.
well, your husband tries. At least he's reading the book and all of that.
This
He,
man will forget after learning.
not the ones he remembers. He actually remembers like the the bad way.
He does. He
Some
does.
of them.
My husband used to go to the internet to learn the bad words himself.
Oh, okay. I taught him. I taught him the very beginning of our relation, and he hasn't forgotten. He still remembers. So,
This one will go to the internet, learn the bad words, and come and tell me.
oh,
I'll be
that's
there and he will
good.
come and say it. I'm like, hey, where did you
Where did
learn?
you hear that from? At least he's doing his research. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying. But yeah, my husband is not actively learning, but he has a good ear for language. So when you say something, it stays
Mhm.
and he remembers it and he will say to you one of these. Yeah. So thank you for the discussion. It was a great discourse. Hopefully, we have more topics and we
Yeah,
can.
we really need to find more topics. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been so busy with a lot.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I need to settle down.
Well, you are a woman of multiple ventures, so it's understandable. At least you have a lot of things going for you, so we understand. So no big deal. Don't sweat it. When we get the chance, we do it. When we don't, it's fine. We don't have
Yeah,
to stress.
we need to. The next one will be on mine, right? So yeah,
Yes, and you're going to
we need to figure out how to do this thing as a podcast.
yeah. There is a podcast option
Yeah,
on.
there's a podcast option
Maybe we
on
could do
the.
a test
Yeah.
drive and see
Mm-hmm.
how it goes. And then when
Yeah.
it works, then we can we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Mhm.
I'm thinking they sit in the couches and they are comfortable in the podcast. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that out. But
Yeah. We have to do the podcast one.
it was
Yeah.
a great conversation. So I'll see
Yeah.
you in the next one. And it will be on Dr. Augustina's channel. So if you don't want to miss out, please go and subscribe. And if you didn't like this live, please like it before you leave.
Exactly. And please share.
Share and a comment. We'll post it after we are done. So you can go watch again if you missed it. So thank you all who were able to join, and those who are not able to join, please go and watch it when we repost it. Okay.
Okay.
Have a
And
wonderful evening and
I
bye.
want
See
to
you
say
on
something before we leave, please.
okay.
Please, I'll be launching my children's book
Oh,
tomorrow.
yes.
The MC forgot to announce it for
I
me.
am so sorry. I was thinking about it. I don't know why I forgot. Please. Tomorrow, Dr. Augustina is launching her new book. Nanes, please give me the title.
Nane's
Nanes
Magic
Advent.
Waterfall.
So please join us tomorrow. At what time? My bad. Please give the information. Let me let you
So,
give the information.
Nane's Magic Waterfall will be launched tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Time, on Zoom. So we'll be streaming it live on my professional page, Dr. T underscore PhD, and on my Facebook page, Dr. Augustina Osabute. But then
Mm.
if you want to join the Zoom conference, you can just check on my page. The flyer is on there with all the information. You can RSVP on this Tina and Chris.
Okay.
The flyer is in the community page where we post everything. So you can RSVP and then join us tomorrow.
Okay.
So please. And the book is currently live on Amazon.com. Or yeah, it's live right now on Amazon.com. So please go and get yours. Nanes Magic Waterfall. It teaches children ages to 12 about discovery, teamwork, environmental management, and clean water. Discovery, teamwork, environmental management, and clean water. So please just go get it for yourself, for your kids, and then
Mhm.
get it for any child out there. 2 p.m. Central Time tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT. So, thank you.
All right. And 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's about to
3 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah.
can join us tomorrow for her book launch. You are doing amazing. And I want to say congratulations on your book launch. And I'll
Thank
see
you.
you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Uh oh. How do I end the live? I don't even know how to.